Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Ryan now off the bootleg. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On 1st down, Keenum. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
The slot man in motion right. 3rd and long. It's Keenum. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Keenum now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. Keenum runs the sneak.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this time, Keenum will throw. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And Rudolph has it left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Keenum now on the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's brought down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Keenum runs the sneak. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Case Keenum taking it in. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Room here to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
To throw is Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
On 3rd down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down. Now Ryan on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Third and long, it's Ryan. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Sanu as the 1st half is winding down, and the Falcons have taken the lead. And he puts it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Keenum now on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So on now is Kai Forbath. If you're wondering, he's hit from as far as 57. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun on third down, Keenum. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Time running out here on the play clock. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll need to get the play off quickly. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
No, check, Patriot. All right, now, look at 56. Back over. Set. Gun. Detroit. Leopard.
Play clock winding down. Here we go on 4th with Keenum. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man complete. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 42 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped him on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone, it's Keenum. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get the game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now. An excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And the wideout in motion. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On 1st down, it's Keenum. And this is caught at the 8. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Murray running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Adrian Claiborne able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Keenum to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Forbath will put this one through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Hey, let's go. 51, stop.
On second down, here's Ryan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Ryan wants to throw it. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Hey, let's go.
And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time.
all day, but in the same condition. If